Hello and welcome along to another episode of this Snooker 19 career, the other O'Sullivan with me, Daniel. It's episode 29 and today we're back for the first round proper of the World Championships after surviving qualifying in the last few weeks, and we're facing a former champion in world number 12, Shaun Murphy, a player who of course has got plenty of quality. I think we have beaten him once so far this season, but I think he's also done the same in return. But with prize money up for grabs and a place in round 2, we're edging ever closer to that final and dream victory. So hopefully we'll be able to get over the line and get through for another round. Of course, a reminder that this is the last event of the series, and when we do get knocked out it will be the end of the save. But of course our plan and objective at the start was to emulate Ronnie and win the final. So if after a year of build up we fall at the last hurdle, it will be such a shame and we'll only have the Scottish Open trophy to celebrate. So we're going to go and get straight into this one in a moment. We have played through part of the match already. Of course you can confirm there's only one trophy in the cabinet, but what a brilliant moment it would be if we could add that big one at the bottom in the middle, the World Championship, in a few weeks time. So we'll have action from every round until the conclusion of the tournament, where this career will finish, and hopefully we'll have something to celebrate at the end rather than a spectacular failure. But let's go and get into the match against Shaun Murphy. It's a best of 3 frames match, so a little bit shorter than the later rounds of qualifying, but I'd imagine by the end of the tournament, if we're still in, it will certainly be a lot longer again. So let's go and get into this one and see where we are at the moment. We lead 1-0 after the first frame, a little bit scrappy in the end unfortunately. We probably didn't deserve to get over the line, but as it happens we are just 1 from victory, so if we win either of the next 2 frames we'll be securing our place in the second round. We'll be back in a moment for the break off and to get into the second frame of the match. Shaun Murphy to break then, let's see what he can do with it. Pretty aggressive break off, and I guess at 1-0 down he has to go for it a bit, but he's got a real good position with a cue ball, and I don't know if he's left half a chance on. I think he has near that bottom right corner. My eye was naturally attracted to the one on the left, but I think he has left this one on, and it's just whether we can get onto a colour. So let's try and see if we can screw back. We can't, so we're going to have to go forward instead and just hope we make it through the crowd. So 58% power, hopefully the red will drop in. It does, and we go through the pack. We just need a little bit of luck, and my word, we have not got it. We are nestled up against the pink, and there is no way we're going to pot a colour here, and even more difficult, I'm not sure we can get the cue ball safe. So we can't go up the table. It really is going to be difficult, and I'm just going to hope we can get past the blue spot and see what happens with plenty of power. So we managed to get up past balk, and then unfortunately hit it too hard, so we've started to drift back down the table, and we've gifted Shaun Murphy the first chance. If you don't know, you've just got to hit and hope, but unfortunately it's not worked this time. Shaun Murphy will surely pot this red. He does, it drops into the middle pocket, and he's got a long angle on the blue, or the pink in fact, to the top corner, and he may even be able to pot this black. So let's see which colour he goes for. If he pots it then we'll just crack on, but he doesn't. He tries to pot the pink and he's cannoned into the blue that was near the pocket. He's not quite got his angles right there. So we should have a pot on here, even if it is just a difficult one to the bottom right. I think the other ones are all obscured by the black, which is blocking to the root to the bottom left pocket. But this one should be potable for us. Really, if we can't pot this we shouldn't be getting through, but we've got to hit it with plenty of power again, and that's always where these shots can go wrong. The black's now covered, and we missed the colours again, I think. We've covered the green and brown, with the cue ball now up against the red. It's going to be almost impossible to pot one of the colours, and the black again's going to be very difficult. So we're going in ones at the moment, and this time we're going to try and play a safety shot. Hopefully we'll go up the table, but there's a lot of reds for us to avoid. So 34% power, we've underhit it very slightly, but we do manage to miss all the reds, though we have come a little bit too far. We're backbound past the green spot and the reds are onto the bottom corner, and Shaun Murphy's been gifted his second chance of the frame, and I'm sure he'll go and take this one. So let's just make sure he pots the red. He does, it's into the pocket quite comfortably, and he's gone on to black or any of the bulk colours, so we'll be back when we get another chance at the table. Well, Shaun Murphy's got to 15, but then he's missed a pretty easy red, and he's left us one on, so hopefully we can start to build a break here. The pressure of the World Championship's getting to everyone. I said the first frame was really scrappy off camera, and this one's been no different, and even that red wobbled off the jaws, and it was a pretty simple pot in truth. Let's see if we can get up for one of these reds again. We might even try and cannon one of the ones off the side cushion, but I don't think we need to take risks at this point. We just need to find a way to add 30 or 40. Try and get a bit of a lead in this frame, put a bit of scoreboard pressure on, and with a 1-0 lead, that's all we've got to do, and hopefully our opponents will crumble. So we managed to get onto these reds again, a pretty good pot so far, but again we've got to try and find a route to the colour, and I think we're going to go for the pink in the end. Hopefully we can leave it about halfway up the table, just so the pot isn't too long, and again that red wasn't confident going in. We certainly haven't found our form yet. So the pink's pretty straight, which is good for us, and we should be able to hold for the red next to it. In fact, there's all three that could go to the bottom corner. It's just whether the pink comes back on its spot. So 50% power, and we'll screw back slightly. We hold position on the side cushion. The pink has gone back on its spot, but it hasn't covered two of the three reds. So we're going to go back from here. I'm almost tempted to pot the other red. If we can come back without hitting the pink, then it'll mean that we haven't got any more obstructions. But unfortunately that's not possible, so we're going to have to pot the lower of the two reds, and then we can try and screw back and get onto the pink. If we stay high, it should pot to the corner. Alternatively, we just come up for brown, deal with the red at the top half of the table, make sure we don't take any risks, and even that one we've screwed too far. So now we haven't got a great angle on the brown, and we're even a little bit high for the green, but we are at least going to be able to pot that one, though holding position's going to be more difficult. So the green's going to be potted, and we're going to screw back down a bit, hopefully get a decent angle on this red, just to make sure it's another comfortable pot, and continue to build more scoreboard pressure. The green drops in and the red's pretty much straight, though we may have to hold for a bulk colour again. So we've lined up this short red, and we're just going to hold for the bulk colours. We want to make sure we add some points, and we've got an easy chance with the brown here. We've left a nice angle to come back down the table as well, where hopefully we can find one of those two loose reds. If we don't, unfortunately, it will be end of break, but hopefully it won't need to come to that. So 47% power, we're going to screw down the table, but we've just not come far enough, I don't think. Though it has worked out pretty well in the end, and we should be able to clear that red below the pink. Can we get on a colour after it though? It should be a pretty natural angle to get on the black, but I don't want to collide with the other loose red, as we need to keep that safe with the others tied up. So 70% power, hopefully we'll hold for the black. We have pretty well actually, so it does look like we're going to add some more points, and with those three reds safe on the side cushion, I won't mind giving up the break if we've got the lead. The break's currently 25 and we lead by 12, and when this black goes in, we can start to celebrate a bit more. We want to try and hold for the red to the middle pocket, again just by screwing back slightly, and although we've come a little bit too far, we should still be able to pot the reds. With the cue ball tight to the cushion, it may take away a bit of our positional impetus, and that may make it harder to get on a colour, although we will just aim for the side cushion reds. So 24% power, we just want to roll it in. Oh, I haven't quite cut it enough. It's too thick a contact and it's off the near jaw, and we've nestled between the two reds, leaving one to the bottom corner pocket. Shaun Murphy's decided to play safe though, and I don't think he's left a pot on. It's not the best safety shot in the world though. I would have thought he could have put us in a bit more trouble. I'm just seeing if we can get to the red between pink and black. Unfortunately it's not the case. We've got a very thin cut to the bottom corner pocket, but I'm not sure I want to take that risk. So in the end I think we're going to come up the table, just try and get a really thin contact off the red on the side cushion, and try and hit it with about 35% power, in the hope that it will take us down the table. In fact, we might not even need that much. 30% I'm going to go for, and even then we've slightly underhit it as we head towards the top corner pocket. We have collided with the green, which was potentially a disaster, but it has now covered the red we've left to the middle pocket. What a fantastic shot that's turned out to be. and we've snookered Shaun Murphy on all reds, despite poorly hitting the shot. He connects with the red though, and it heads toward the middle pocket, but he's not managed to get a good contact, and he's left us a frame winning opportunity. 19 ahead with 59 remaining, and there's 2 or 3 reds to choose from here. 16% power, we're just going to try and roll one in, and we're going for one of the more difficult ones on the side cushion, just because if we can pot 3 reds and colours we've won the frame, and 2 of the tied up ones we're going to be harder to pot. That one dropped in after a slight technical glitch, so apologies if you missed the pot there, but we've managed to get on the black, and we can screw back for the next red, and that one's going to be a far easier pot, keeping us well out of trouble at the moment. We haven't quite screwed far enough, so we're not going to be able to get on the black again, but we should be able to hold for pink at the very least, and make it a relatively easy pot. Maybe we can hold for the black actually. It seems to be a little bit easier than we first anticipated, so just 10% power to roll it in, and hopefully we'll stay on the colour. It's come off the cushion and bounced up pretty high, but we have got pink to middle if we need it. So I'm not too worried about which one we're going to pot. Either or is fine as long as we stay on the break. So I think the pink will give us a more natural angle for the next red. 17% power to drop it in, and the red's onto the middle pocket, and just 2 more pots and we've won the frame. 34 ahead now with 43 remaining. The red's going to drop in pretty easily, and we're going to try and screw forward between brown and yellow. Though we've cannoned with the yellow, we're still coming back down for a colour. We've got a decent angle on the pink, the other red's tied up, so this should be the end of frame, barring a disaster or snookers. So the pink's going to go in. We're not going to try and get on the potting angle for the red, we're just going to make sure we can hit it, and then we'll be able to play a safety shot, and Shaun Murphy's going to have to try and snooker us. The pink drops in, and there with it should be the frame. Let's see what the lead is now. It is 41 with 35 remaining. A break of 22, again a decent job. A really scrappy frame, just as the first one was, but we should be over the line now barring snookers. So we're just going to go for 20% power, make sure we connect with the red, go up the table and try and get it safe. The cue ball's drifting towards that corner pocket, but we've judged our angles pretty well, and Shaun Murphy's not going to be able to pop that. Maybe he will be able to snooker us, but if he leaves it on, it will be frame over. He gets a thick outside edge on it. I'm almost talking like we're playing cricket now, but he's not managed to get it safe, and we've got a pretty thin cut to the bottom corner pocket, and with it we could wrap up the frame. So let's try and put it in. There's no harm in us missing. We're going to hit it gently so it just hovers over the pocket, and if we do miss, Shaun Murphy's going to have a tough opportunity to try and get a snooker from it. 22% power, it's tickling towards it, it's just hovered over the bottom corner pocket. I'm not sure he's going to be able to keep it out. I think he's got to pot it and then focus on the yellow. So the red drops in, he can now pot pink or black, and then after that he's got to think about snookers again, otherwise he's in a world of trouble. What's he doing? We saw this before. He's playing safe on the pink, but he's wasted his opportunity for 7 points. That really is a pretty poor decision. And now we're 40 ahead with 27 remaining, and the yellow's on as well. He didn't even snooker us. What a poor decision that is from Murphy. So we'll drop the yellow in and we'll get on the green. We're not going to be able to pot it, but that is going to be match over. We'll go for an ambitious double on the green, knowing it's pretty unlikely, but of course we know we've won the match now. We're through to the next round of the World Championships. We did not judge that one very well at all, but we almost managed to get a snooker out of it. Shaun Murphy is not coming back to the table as we knock out the second highest ranked opponent in the tournament. We already knocked out Ryan Day, the world number 17, who's 16 places above us, and now it's world number 12 Shaun Murphy, and he doesn't even manage to get a frame on the board. He only managed 59 points all match, as we managed to get 130, but that break of 32 earlier in the second frame was the biggest one of the match, which shows you just how scrappy it really was. We'll be back in a moment to see who we've got in the next round, as we hope to continue this fantastic run. Well, we've played him a couple of times already this season with varying levels of success, but it's world number 8 Kyron Wilson now, as we continue to face some of the elite names in the game. He's chasing a first world title, so he's certainly going to be a stiffer opponent. We've got plenty of money in event earnings if we lose, so whatever happens we will finish this season in the top 32, but of course if we can go all the way and emulate Ronnie, that would be the dream at the start of the series. So we're facing the world number 8 next time around. It's a best of 5 frame match as it starts to increase in length again, and I hope you'll come and join me for it, as it should be an exciting one as we continue this dream run in our final event. But if you did enjoy this episode and that scrappy victory against Shaun Murphy, we're certainly learning how to win the ugly way, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know in the comments where you think we can improve. It was a pretty comfortable performance against Murphy. I know we did get out of shape a few times, but aside gifting him that shot early in the match, we did play pretty decent safety shots. We're of course edging ever closer now as we start to play the world's elite, and hopefully we won't get knocked out along the way, and even if we do manage to lose in the end, it'd be lovely if we could get all the way to the final. We've been building up our game and sacrificing a few events to get here by testing some of our safety exchanges and trying to play a slightly different way, and it seems to be paying dividends at the moment as we're getting a bit more of a nervy encounter in the championships, and a few of the players are playing safety shots and we're managing to win some of those battles. Subscribe to the channel for weekly episodes from this Snooker 19 career every Friday at 4:30. We're in the final event and we'll continue until we've played the World Championships, and it'll be over as soon as we get knocked out. We've also got daily FM19 content from my Torquay United story. There's new episodes every Sunday to Thursday at 4:30, and then on Saturdays we'll have news about FM20, so keep your eyes peeled for that over the next few weeks. We'll have some reaction to features, and we'll also have announcements about our plans for the save. We've got plenty of ideas lined up, and there'll also be a couple of votes in there so you can shape some of the content on the channel next year. Then finally there's 3 episodes a week from my Cricket 19 career. That's every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at midday. A massive thank you to everyone for giving that one a try, and I hope you continue to enjoy the content. But a massive thanks for watching this one as always, and your continued support with this Snooker 19 career. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time for another big episode as we face our first top 8 opponent, looking to continue our World Championships run.